create this without music.
The Soulmate by Ursula Katoky. So far we've heard that Anand, a devoted husband, sets out on a daily errand filled with kindness and hope despite a minor accident and the theft of his wallet. Anand maintains his composure and continues his journey. He visits a garden reflecting on his day and encounters a police constable who questions him about his whereabouts. Anand poetically describes his day as a quest, similar to bees searching for honey. The story showcases Anand's unwavering optimism and resilience in the face of minor setbacks, highlighting his compassionate and thoughtful nature. Now listen what happened in the part 2. Anand initially sat on a bench, where a curious dog came up to him and started sniffing around. Later, he moved to sit under a tree, where some ants began to climb up his feet. However, he soon noticed a large Hume pipe nearby, entered it carefully, and created a makeshift sleeping space inside. As Anand lay inside the pipe with his elbow supporting his forehead, he noticed a girl approaching him. The constable was following her closely. She discreetly took some money from her blouse and handed it to the cop, who smiled and then walked away. From his vantage point inside the pipe, Anand observed the girl and the cop. The girl took money from her blouse and handed it to the cop, who then left. She continued to walk towards the pipe, where the heroine sat above, twisting her wrists and making a ringing sound with her bangles. She looked at Anand. Their eyes met briefly, but Anand didn't seem interested. He placed the crook of his elbow back on his forehead, pretending to be asleep. However, the girl picked up a few pebbles and playfully threw them at him to get his attention. Anand felt disturbed by the girl's actions and finally asked, "What's the matter?" The girl responded with a question of her own. "Don't you ever get hungry?" Anand replied, "I feel hungry twice a day, and that's it." The girl persisted, "What about at night?" Anand chuckled and said, "Well, sometimes." The girl continued, "My room is nearby." Anand asked, "So what's so special about it?" The girl smiled warmly and said, "It's a nice place, come and see for yourself." After a quick look around, Anand noticed a nearby tube well, and his face lit up. He followed the girl to a small room where she gestured for him to sit on an old worn-out sofa. The girl tried to engage him with inviting body language and a friendly smile, but Anand remained reserved. He then requested a towel to take a bath, and the girl handed him one, spraying a bit of perfume on it. Anand wiped his hair with the towel and hung it on the door. He then asked the girl if she knew how to cook. She replied generally, "I don't cook." Gurmail is a nice guy. He brings a lot of food whenever he's here. Tandoori chicken, roti, kabab, fried rice. He also brings cigarettes for me. Anand inquired further. Listeners, don't miss the next part.
Listeners, don't miss the next part. She replied, "Generally, I don't cook." Gurmail is a nice guy. He brings a lot of food whenever he's here. Tandoori chicken, roti, kabab, fried rice. He also brings cigarettes for me.
Anand inquired further. Listeners, don't miss the next part.